going to try to hold my sneeze.
Okay. All right, Cardell. I'm going to show you 3 pictures, and I'm going to ask you something. I want you to circle how you feel or what you like after I ask you these questions, okay? Or after I read these statements to you. When it is time to read, I feel like. Circle one of these pictures. How do you feel when it's time to read? Good job. Like this circle. Okay? Next.
Okay.
Next. I like reading books like, look at the front covers of these books. Which ones would you be most interested in reading? Circle it, please.
That was like a cool book too.
Okay?
And I'll go with the thriller book too.
Now this one says, I read the most at, where do you read the most? Do you know what this is a picture of?
Home. In school. The library.
Okay. So which one do you read the most at?
Well, I got like books like the library. How much books is just like the library got?
Okay, so where do you read the most? Show me, you should circle the picture of the place where you read the most. Do you read the most at home, school, or library? I want you to circle the picture.
Well, I love reading at home. So, or
Where do you read the most?
well, at home because I haven't read all them books yet.
Okay, so if you think you read the most at home, go ahead and circle your the home picture. Okay, awesome job, Cardell. I would like to talk a little bit about the pictures that you've chosen. I noticed that you circled the picture of SpongeBob kind of saying, ah! Explain to me why you feel that way about reading.
Because I don't like books that's really hard.
Okay, that's a good explanation. Now, and I've also noticed you circled the book about spiders. Tell me why you chose spiders rather than the nursery rhymes or Three Little Pigs.
Because people don't really like creepy books, but I do.
Okay, awesome job. Now, can you explain to me about your reading at home? How does that work?
Because I have all these books just like the library.
Mm-hmm.
And this is better when you read at home.
Why is it better to read at home than at school?
Because at school you just get the vital books and get the books and go home, and it will be a long way home.
Mm-hmm.
School's very far. And that's not fun at all.
But at home, what?
But home you get to read the books, so I'm going to go with home because you can read whatever book you want, whenever time you want,
Okay.
when at playtime.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. Can you tell me about one of the most fun times you've had reading?
No, I really think I have one of them.
Do you remember any fun times you've had reading?
Not really.
Not really. What about any times that you've had at home reading? Do you remember any times where you've read at home? Maybe with your parents?
I've been reading it with Nana and Pa, but I don't remember reading none here.
Okay. So you usually read with your grandma and grandpa. Well, tonight I'm going to hear you read a couple stories to me. So if you don't mind.
So when you say a couple, you mean like 3 books?
A couple stories, probably like 2 or 3 stories.
Yay. I want to go with 3.
Okay, well that's fine. If you don't, and I bought 3 different books from you to read from. So I have you read one out of each book. Okay?
Okay.
One story out of each book. Okay.
Matt.
You're so funny. Okay, go ahead and start. Let's be serious and make sure that I can hear you.
Matt said, Sam said, Sam said, Matt said, Matt said, Sam said. Matt sat on Sam. Sam sat on Matt. Matt said, Sam said, the end.
Very good. I like how you pointed to those words, Cardell. That was really good. Now I want you to read a story out of here, and I'll choose. Could you please read this story to me? And make sure you use that pointing finger. That helps us follow along.
Big head. The big head.
Awesome job.
The big head. Tux was a big man. Tux was a big man. Tux had a big head. Max was a cat. Max was in the big head.
Can hear you.
Max was in the big head.
Good job.
Rex was a big dog. Rex sat on the head. Rex said no on Max.
I like how you, can you go back there? I like how you at first said no, but then why did you change no to on? I noticed you self-corrected. Why did you do that?
Because that didn't say all. What did I say again?
The first time you said no, and then you changed it to the right answer. Why did you do that?
Because if I said the wrong answer, I wouldn't be reading it.
Oh, okay.
So I changed it to on. Get off Rex. Rex. Max was mad at Matt. Or Rex.
Can you go back there? I noticed you got really loud here. Why did you do that?
Because they had that little period.
They had a what?
That little thing.
What's that thing mean?
I don't know, but it means like it's loud.
Oh.
You put it in a sentence, it makes it loud.
Okay.
Text was mad at Rex. Got up. Max was okay. Rex was okay.
Speak up.
Huh?
Speak up, please.
Max was okay. Rex was okay. Tex was okay. The end.
Can I ask you a question? Tell me about what you've just read.
Bob's
Okay, the Bob books. But explain to me the story you just read.
The boy, that girl that was she was babysitting the dogs, and the dog said, and the cat got in the big head, and the dog sat on him, and then the mom, then the person that was babysitting said, get off, and then he said, come here, Rex, and then he made the dog mad, and then they went home, and then they were all okay.
Okay. Thank you for that retelling. The last story I want you to read to me.
Is Mom?
Can you pause that, President?